Good morning now. My stand is useless, it's gone a bit cracked, but that's fine. So, I don't want it to, I want it to be like this. But it is. Okay, that looks better. How is everybody today? So day one of NaNoWriMo, and it is so nice. Nicey nice. I'll just check if, yeah, no, I can't do that. I'm just playing around here now. Hey, how are you? Nice to see you. I'm just playing around here trying to figure out how to, I haven't gone on live on YouTube in so long. Hello again, Christine. What are you up to today? You were weaving earlier on, weren't you? Yeah, I just thought that people could opt to pop over if they wanted to do the writing sprint, because otherwise it might be a little bit confusing on Instagram. Who else was there a second ago? I saw them. Oh, there we go. Waverly, hello. Good, thanks, and you. That's fab. Good morning, Cecilia. Cecilia. How are you? So, I am starting National Novel Writing Month. And I might pop on live every so often. Hi, Linda. Hi, Sam. How are you? So I might be popping on every so often just to keep myself off Instagram and social media. I was thinking there, I was like, honest to God, it's almost like I can't do anything unless someone's watching me. I'm like Schrodinger's influencer. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I do so much more when I'm like involved or there's people around me or something. It's that time again. It's that time of year again. It is November the 1st. Big scarf coffee. Very nice. I have the morning off. I'm gonna be on now from now until for about an hour, 40 minutes, and then I've got to get ready to go to work. I will start work at 12:30 and I work until 8. So I was thinking YouTube might be a little bit better than Instagram because everyone from work follows me on Instagram, and I'm like, ooh. And they'll all know what I'm doing. And sometimes you just want to separate out that life, you know what I mean? Hope bookkeeping counts as writing. It does. Oh Jesus, I've got to do my bookkeeping as well. That's another story. That's for the weekend. I've got it. Excuse me. That's the thought of taxes. Vomit. Anyway. Yes, I think we're more productive with a fun group around us. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Chris, because I was like, oh God, I'm such an attention whore. But actually, I think it's just that everyone needs a bit of society and a bit of community, community. So that's what I'm doing today. So I have already written about 824 words. My plan is per day to try and aim for about 1,666 minimum. And then by the end, I should have 50,000 words. Now, I've done it once before because I was doing my thesis in university and I really wanted to procrastinate real bad. So I've done it once before, and it was the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was so much fun. But I used to like go to writing events and like sit in coffee shops and sit in bookshops and organize them there. And I'd love to start organizing one here. I was wondering maybe Meetup might be a good idea, or I know there's lots of stuff on the NaNoWriMo site, but I also don't know if I can take on another responsibility of being in charge of something like that. It's just for a month though. I wonder. And if I could take off like the Monday the 30th, then I could like host a little party somewhere in Limerick. I'm getting ideas now. I shouldn't be. I should be writing. So Yes, I'm going to do, oh yeah, Ouija. I probably, did I already answer that question for you? I'm hoping to do about 2,000 words a day. It is manageable if I'm inspired. Currently, I am not inspired. I am getting a few ideas through. I'm a little bit trudging through these scenes. Used to have great meets in Glasgow. Yeah, I used to have great meets in Edinburgh. Oh my God, Edinburgh was brilliant. Absolutely amazing for meetups and stuff. There was this great shop, great bookshop, which is also like a cafe, and was run by this Canadian guy, and he was lovely. But it closed down. Oh, sad. Yeah, and I just met such amazing people there, and they were just so much fun and inspiring, and oh, so great. So, yeah. But whenever I'm in charge of something, it becomes a little bit of a job, you know, and I'm like, I don't want a job, I want someone else to do it, and me just show up. I'll have a look and see if there's anyone in Limerick that wants to meet up and have a cup of coffee. That'd be really nice. We'll meet up and we'll go to a coffee shop and we'll sit down and write. So here's my plan. What time is it now? Okay, so it's 10:41. Say we'll do 15 minutes. I like the 15 minutes ones to, like, you know, get me going. So 15 minutes from 1:45. So in 4 minutes, and then we'll go for 15 minutes. So on the hour, then we'll chat again. Is that okay? So if you find it boring, please don't feel like you have to stay. That's absolutely fine if you want to go off and do something else. But if you want to sit down and maybe do some bullet journaling, or maybe do some writing, maybe do some artist page. Have you ever done the Artist Way pages? Because they're lovely as well. Some journaling, some just thoughts if you want to get that out, or if you just want to spin, and a little bit of meditation maybe, or something, whatever you want to do. Productivity sprint. If you need to get something done as well, you can sit down and do that. Someone's doing book work, well done. I'm not. I'm distracting myself. My taxes are due by the 12th of November. I'm not done a thing. Here's me hoping that I didn't do much anyway in 2020, so it should be fine. You'll be running on my PC, but I'll have to get a kid to a bus in 5. Oh, grand. That'll be fine too. Sure, look, we'll see you later. Right, okay, where was I? Okay, my main character has just met a woman who's a scholar who she does not trust. She's just like too pretty for her own good. And she's just got this vibe about her. So yeah, I'm kind of working on that. It was so funny because this character originally was going to be my main character's like confidant and her mentor, but when I started writing her, she was just like different. Very weird how that happens. So now she's gonna they're gonna kind of have to work on being friends, or maybe they won't be friends, maybe they will, kind of like a sort of a Snape relationship maybe, you know, where I don't know what's gonna happen. Whoever reads this is gonna really be going on a journey with me. Right. My lips are so dry. I cannot write with dry lips. Sort of heathen it writes with dry lips. I only have massive red lipstick. Hi. This is the only thing I have to counteract dry lips. Lipstick. But now I'm gorgeous, so solved. Oh, it kind of matches my scarf. I'm in love with this scarf. This is the scarf I'm doing the papoosing with. Okay, we've got 1 minute of nonsense chatter before we go on to a sprint. I was papoosing my kitten there a minute ago, and he kind of escaped onto the desk, and I was just like, okay, we'll let him explore a little bit. So he went up, and then he went up behind my computer, and then sat on the ledge of at the window ledge. And then every so often I just get this head like peeping up, looking at me, little shake, and then back down again. Such a little creep. Oh. And then a little head out the side. And then back in again. And then I'd look around and he'd be like, and I'm like, dude, you were like real relaxed a minute ago. What the hell is wrong with you? Anyway. God, little spicy kittens are so fascinating. This is not procrastination. No, it's actually 10:45 now, so I am gonna go. You happen to wake up. Oh, good morning. Right. I'm going to, light your incense and get your journal out. That'll be lovely, Christine. Oh, that's lovely. Okay. I'll talk to you in 15 minutes. If you want to have a chat in the comments, do. I will answer in 15 minutes. I might be mumbling away to myself though as well as I go, because that's how I write as well. If you catch all of these, you'll catch the whole story. Okay, breathe, pause, put yourself to what is wrong with my tasks? Singing is sang. Am I writing a past tense or a present tense? Ugh, that's an editing problem. Stop worrying about that. I need to do an AutoCAD. They need to be cool with learn this spelling. Thank you very much. Learn this spelling. Thank you very much. They're Irish names. Get over it. Colonists. Oh, coffee was a bad idea to sit down with. That's fine. I'm a terror for editing as I go. I shouldn't really, but it looks nicer. if anyone else is a writer, do you also do the facial expressions that you're writing? I'm like, Breege rose an eyebrow. I'm like, I can't even do it. But in my writing, I can. I can do the left one. Ireland this month they have a focus on story writing. Grace, me too. Oh, thank you. Thanks for answering. Sorry, focus. It's not just in Ireland, actually. It's worldwide. Sorry, I'm focusing now. Thanks, Christy. I'll have to hire you as my PA. You do the face when reading. I know, yeah, you're like... Okay, breathe. What did she do? Raise an eyebrow. I've used the word startling too much. It's such a good word though. Like, I've used it, when I say too much, I've used it like once in this chapter, I think. But it's a word that it's a word you remember. So if you were to use it twice within like 2 pages, I think people would know. So what's another word for startling? Shocking. Shockingly good aim. For a blind man, he had shockingly good aim. It's just one of the characters, Cobbett. He's a bard, and my main character lives with him, and he is blind, and but he's obsessed with books, so he gets all the scholars to like read to him. And he's really, really ancient, and Alex is the one that like minds him, cares for him, and yeah, he's just such a cranky bastard. I love him. Right. Excuse me, that's the coffee, not the COVID. I got tested yesterday. I love an old test. God, but when you start throwing books, if they didn't leave, for a blind man, it's shockingly good aim. God, there we go. I think this defaults to present tense. It couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Now, I need to learn more about sentence structure. The left commas. Grumbling and clawing blankets up over his lap. Silently. Reach. 6 more minutes. I didn't set an alarm, so if I go over, it's okay. Oh, 952. Yes. See, this is why sprints are so good. They just get me to do it. If people are watching me, I'm like, I'll do it. Alex could only sing. Bless you. Bless you. God, I hope he doesn't have the plague. Christine says bless you too. Thanks, Christine. Christine says bless you too. They're hearing you here on YouTube. You don't have the plague, right? Well, you're blessed 3 times anyway, so after that, you're on your own. Eerily. Hing. Hing's not even a word. Why did you autocorrect to hing? I couldn't have typed that, you see. I said hint. Yeah? What? Yes? Why? Is the kitten really cute? Why? What's he doing?
Actually, I couldn't see him. I can't see him. I thought he's buried himself completely in the blanket.
In
I can just see the tip of tail.
just his tail. Is he hiding behind the?
He's in the bed.
He's in the bed.
To get under the blanket over him.
I love it. That kitten is so cute. Anyway, excuse me, James. Anyway, 1 more minute and then I'll come back on the chat. Oh, I just hit over 1,000. Yes. She was taking the strangest rings alone. The rest of the James quiet. I love the word haranguing. It's my favorite word, I think. Okay, 11 o'clock. I'll have a little look and see how we're getting on. So, how goes the Pareto mission? The Pareto is very good. I was Paretoing him this morning, and he actually ate while in the Pareto while I was touching his head. So we're working on touching him while feeding. That's the next step, and it's working really well. Doesn't enjoy it particularly, but I do, so that's all that matters. Yeah, so all good. Hola, Grace. Christopher in Portugal. Oh, hello. Hola. Bless you again, James. What up, Nano Ninjas? Hey, hey. Yes. Oh my God. I am absolutely obsessed with Nano. I love it. I love this time of year. Just full of nice things. Hello from Missouri. Hi, Michelle. How are you? God, I'm very shiny this morning. That's because I'm hydrated. I'm hydrating myself and moisturized. I feel very extra moisturized. Like it just looks like Grace says. So yeah, I just hit 1090 words. So I am going to just pause. So I'm just going to literally just pop to the loo for a second, and then I'll come back and we'll do another little sprint. But if you have any more questions, do pop them in and I will answer them when I come back from my toilet. I'll just see if I can mute my microphone so you don't hear anything because the bathroom's right next door. Hello. I'm back. How are you? You love my accent. Oh, thanks very much. I like it too. It's quite good. I made it myself. Well, so I'm in Ireland. Where are you from? I can imagine your accent then. My accent's kind of a bit flat. Oh my God, it's raining outside. Cozy and rainy. I really need to clean up this whole room. Thank you very much. I need to clean up this whole room because I'm feeling very like cluttered in. It's just a lot of bags and things, which I'm not enjoying too much. Loads of old pillowcases and stuff. Ugh, anyway. I'm half thinking about moving my craft room up here and turning the downstairs bedroom into a spare bedroom and maybe renting out. Living with a stranger might be annoying, but sometimes it's just students that need like short-term lets, so we might do something like that. You're from Seattle, US, but you're an American English teacher in central Brazil. Oh, stunning. What's that? Oh, gorgeous. Right in the middle. Oh. That sounds class. Class. Oh. Lovely. How long have you been there? That sounds amazing. God, I'd love to travel. I'd love to go to South America. That was the next plan. That was my 2020 plan. Just take a month off and go down there. Anyway, yeah. You've just been journaling about this week. It's Beltane there, and I managed to get into the Pine Forest on Sunday. Oh, beautiful. Oh, lovely. That is so nice. The weather just absolutely broke yesterday. The wind picked up and it's misery. So most people I think stayed in, and yeah, moving rooms and yeah. So yeah, it's Samhain was yesterday, and today is All Souls Day, so it's normally a day where we remember all of the dead, because they would have visited us last night. So now you're like, oh, what did he do? You've been here for 7 years, started English school 6 years ago. Wow.
Sorry, you're alive.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Yeah, okay. Beans is rubbing and licking my dirty underwear again.
Could you? Why? That's adorable.
He loves me something.
He loves something. What a slut. I forget. Sorry. I did choose that this was not for children, because God only knows what comes out in these chats. You know, you just can't be sure. You can't be sure, because James comes up with some nonsense. Sorry, he's terrible, I know. That's amazing. Oh, I did the TEFL course a million years ago when I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I was going to go traveling and live abroad and all that business. But actually, I think I'd be an okay teacher, but not at English. English is so complicated. I don't know the answers to half the questions that they have, you know? Thanks. No filter, I think, is the problem. That's why we're so funny. Because everyone's like, especially my mother. Oh my goodness. We've kind of adopted this feral kitten. And I had my stories on Instagram to share automatically to Facebook, because I'm trying to, like, you know, use all the Facebook all the platforms that I have and blah blah blah. Anyway, my mom has Facebook, and she absolutely went nuts. She refused to come out. She had I think she had a little episode at the fact that I was holding a feral kitten. Like, she just hates animals so much, and I'm like, Mom, would you stop? Because she'd never see one in danger, never see one hurting. You know, so she'd always mind it if it was hurting. And this little thing, right, it's only 4 months old. It's so thin, and it's coming into winter. So of course I'm gonna take it in. She was like, get it out, it's fine, get it out. It's an outside cat. And I'm like, no, not until he's fully neutered, because we don't want any more running around cats. So we booked him in to be neutered on the 1st of February, St. Bridget's Day, in bulk. And then so he's going to be snip, which is ironic because in bulk is the festival of fertility. Lol, soz dude. Anyway. That's awesome, Willie. English isn't the easiest thing to teach, yeah. You've learned more about English since I started teaching than ever possible. I'd say so, definitely. Right, should we do another little sprinty spoop? How did you, actually, Willie, I'm really interested. Is it Willie? You happy to go by the name Willie? Cool. It's my dad's name. Love it. How did you find me? Did I just pop up on your recommended page, or were you searching for word sprints? I'm really interested actually, because I'm trying to find word sprints and I couldn't find them, so I made one up. Also, look at that burn yesterday. Am I published? No, not yet. Thanks. Not yet. I have a big issue when it comes to finishing things and also giving things up to be edited and looked at, and also just a chronic fear of failure. So that's why I'm not published. You were searching for nano sprints. Nice. Okay, good. So at least because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to find people who are also looking for nano sprints. So hi, welcome. I'm hopefully going to do a few. What time is it there? It's very early, is it? Early enough. Like 5 a.m., something like that. Interesting. Cool. Okay, so what time is it now? Okay, so we'll go from 1/4 to half again. You hear me on the finishing front. Hi, Laura. Do you do any of the sprints longhand or all on the laptop? I do them on the laptop because you can count the words, and I use a Scrivener, and it's a great platform for, it has like little word tracking and stuff like that. I set it to 1,000 just to make myself feel better, and it has a dark mode as well. I think it's a one-off. It was a one-off purchase when I got it first, like years ago. But when I'm out and about in like a coffee shop, I will write longhand. So ideas that come to me with no stress or pressure. So when I really get into like a state of flow, so I will write longhand at those times. And I no idea what happens during those. I have trouble when I write longhand to categorize them and be able to be able to remember what I wrote first, and then to be able to slot them in when I need them. I have an entire pile of notes over here that I've written longhand out and about. I feel like I've lost them, whereas this is like, when I'm doing word sprints, I like to organize myself, and I can definitely see how many numbers I've done and everything. You have Scrivener too. After the next sprint, can you show me how to turn on the word count? Oh, absolutely I can. Yeah, no problem. I can show you now actually. We've got about a minute or something, haven't we? Yeah, we've got 2 minutes. So let me just take this. Yeah. Okay, I'll flip the screen. Flippy screen. Okay, here we go. So you've got your Scrivener up, right? You go up into project, and you see project. So I've got it up at the moment, so I'll just turn it off for the minute. So you go into project and you go show project targets, and you see it there. Ooh, yum yum. I forgot about that. Yeah, so then you can set your target to like 100,000 words or 50,000 words or whatever. So today I've done 1,000, so I want to try and do 50,000 this November. So 29 plus 50,000 would be 80. Yeah, around 80,000. So if I say 80,000, that'll be, so that's 5,000 plus 5 plus 3. Yeah, perfect. So I'm just going to change this then to 2,000 words per day and apply. And there we go. So I've got a little over half of today's target set. So that's really simple. And then when you go into your dark mode, your target's still there. So that's really nice. Yeah. So, I'll just turn this around again. Does that make sense? Is that okay? Whoop. Why does it keep tilting? I dislike it. I hope that's helpful. Yes, you have Scrivener too. NaNoWriMo of the past. It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic. Thanks. Great. Excellent. It's just past 8. Oh, lovely. 8 a.m. Oh, it's a lovely time to start writing. Good program. Sounds a lot what my partner uses for fiction stories, D&D characters. Yes, there's a load of people that use these sprints for that. Sorry. That use NaNoWriMo for those D&D stories. There's a great guy, writer Greg. I think he does them quite a lot as well. I don't know why it's tilting, lads. It's going to have to just tilt. Sorry, I hope you don't mind. Right, off we go. Oh, we're 1 minute late. Oops. Okay, let's see what half. And then I have to go and get ready for work. you ever think that when you're writing, you're actually just filling up space? I feel like so when I'm writing a sentence and I'm like, I don't like that one, I'm not going to delete it. I'll just write the same sentence a different way after that, and then I'm bumping up my word count. That's what editing's for, right? I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just like, as I'm writing the sentence, I'm like, I know, there's a better way to say that. And sometimes that ends up in me literally having the same to that, like repetitive sentences. But I'm like, oh, I'll edit that out later, and I never do. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's a good way of doing it. Word count is goals. What's a more like comforting word? Slid. Slid is kind of like creepy. She's a bit creepy. I'll leave slid. One more minute. Comforting. Like it. Oh, 2 minutes. We did 2 minutes extra. Aren't we great? So I'm at 1492, so almost 1,500. So slid, yeah, slip, glide, drifted, yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Drifted. Oh, drifted. Drifted is nice. Yes, that's like more like calming. Thank you, Christine. Slided. Yeah. Oh, this burn is annoying me a lot. There's nothing really to do apart from I might get some Tegaderm and stick it on when I go to work. So I might just try and get another 108 words. Maybe 200 words, and that'll be me at my target for the day. What time is it now? Because I do have to go to work. Do I have to go to work? I should take some time off actually. Yeah, I'm gonna do another 10 minutes, okay? Lots of teachers in your family. Fabulous. Thank you, Christine. Fab. Useful. A useful person. But I hope you're enjoying this. It's quite nice. I wonder, will I put them up? I'll just put them up and I'll gather them together in a little selection, and it'll be interesting to see if anyone else is interested. It would be nice if I could do one every day. They're obviously going to be different times every day. Maybe early in the morning. They may be in the evening. But I'm going to try and do that. What do I do for work? I'm a radiographer. So I am a medical professional. I take x-rays, I perform CT scans, and I am currently trained to be a mammographer. Oh, thank you. Oh, I will. If you're loving it, I'll do it more, definitely. It's great crack, isn't it? Yeah, so in the States, I think it's called an x-ray tech. I'm not a doctor. I am like the same equivalency as like a physio, I guess, if you're banding it in the UK. Like that's the kind of education level. I don't know, the States is different. But yeah, basically I take x-rays. So I get loads of stories from patients. What happened, ya? My favourite question. What happened, ya? How did this happen? They're like, well. So yeah. And we're the first, it's really a gossip job because we hear about all the like incidents and accidents first. Well, we don't have to get like involved in the paramedic side. We just take nice black and white pictures. So once they're put on the scanning table, we scan them and they're nice black and white pictures, nice and clean. And then we go out and we sort them out. But yeah, I used to be a care attendant first. Long time ago, a million years ago, and that was such a hard job. I knew I didn't want to do nursing. And then I did fine art. I did printmaking. Really loved that. What's the best story I've ever heard? Well, I've got a scandalous story, which I always retell. There was a man who came in from a helicopter. He was at the coast. He was out drinking on the coast one day, one night. I think it was like summer. It was some summer evening, and he'd fallen and hit his head on stones, on like the rocks. You know, the big kind of rocks, kind of wave breakers. And he was quite unwell actually, but he came in anyway. He was flown in, and his girlfriend was following along in the police car after him. So she came in and clarified who he was and all of that jazz. And we did the scan and we got everything sorted. And then suddenly someone bursts through the door. One of the nurses goes through the door and says, "So his wife and son are outside." He was away at the seaside having an affair, and then he fell and hit his head. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's terrible now. I don't know what happened to him after that, but that was very drama-inducing, very drama. Yeah, so we get a lot of drama. A good radiographer, sonographer can make a huge difference. Yeah, sonographers, amazing. I was thinking about going into sonography. You have to do another master's course to be a sonographer, and you are diagnosing as well at the same stage. So I know it's crazy. You get all that jazz. And then, yeah, so you've got to do a master's course in ultrasound because it's very operator centric. Whereas radiography, you do need to get it right, but you are not the one reading the image. It goes on to a radiologist. So that responsibility lies with the radiologist, which sometimes is quite nice when there's a complicated situation. In the UK, they do have film reading radiographers, and they're kind of advanced practice radiographers. And to be honest, I actually would love to do that. Like, there's ones that do like the appendicular skeleton, so like the hands and legs and feet and elbows and hips and things like that. They wouldn't do chest or abdo reporting, but or spine. And then there's also people that do radiographers who do CT brain reporting, and there's also radiographers in the UK who do breast film reporting as well, because there's a huge shortage of radiologists, and reporting radiographers are much cheaper. So I think everyone should do it really, because we look at it all the time. There's we know what we're looking at more than like a reg who comes in from general surgery or something. We know a lot more what we're looking at. Half of the radiologists don't actually even know how x-rays are taken. Do you know what I mean? Anyway. So yeah, here it's Australia, they changed it so they both don't tell the patient, it has to be a doctor explaining it. Yeah. So definitely. There is the main problem with a radiographer saying yes, it's broken, when you ask, is it broken, after you've taken the picture, is you've literally only looked at it for 5 seconds and be like, oh yeah, I've got it all on, okay, you can go. You haven't properly assessed. It takes about 20 minutes to assess an x-ray, and we don't have that time. And also, there's no point in saying, yeah, it's broken, goodbye, because you don't have any treatment, you don't know treatment plan. I don't know what the treatment plan is for it. I don't have any answers. So they just sit there worrying about, it's broken, what happens next? That's the question. That's the next question. We don't have that answer. The doctors have the answer, because they will have gathered all the information, taken all the tests, and come up with a plan before they come to you to tell you that something's wrong. And then it's a much more comforting way to do it. Like, you're worrying anyway, but there's always that hope when you don't know. You're like, oh, it might not be broken, so that's okay. So, and then when you crush them, they're like, it's definitely broken, you need surgery, like blah blah blah. I don't have those answers, so there's no point in me saying it, apart from adding stress to the patient. So it's also not my responsibility either, because it might be wrong, because I haven't had the time to look at it properly. Anyway, okay, sorry now. So 11:40, okay, 10 more minutes. I need to get to, I'm at 1492. I need to get to 1666 at the very least. Yeah, it takes a bit longer, but more accurate, exactly. Right, and what is that? Do I want to go confronting immediately? Probably not, TBH. Or do I get the confronting out of the way, because she's kind of a forward person, and move on the story? I want to move on the story. tin roof outside my window, and when it rains, oh, it's gorgeous. That sound is so nice. Can you hear the music actually? It's like this cathedral library vibe. I'm liking it. $7:02. I did it. Whoop, whoop. Now, I really do have to go. Oh, fuck. Yeah, sorry. Sorry for the cursing. No, I do have to go now. So, because I'm hungry, I need to eat before I go. It's a weird time to start, isn't it? Because I won't get a break now until like 3 or half 3. So I have to eat something now. Anyway, so thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you back here maybe tomorrow sometime. I might be doing it earlier than this, or later, and by later I mean like later, like maybe 8 hours later. Thank you so much. Thank you. I get to write it in my notebook now. I wrote up my I'm going to literally stop halfway through a sentence. I quite like doing that because it means I have to finish the sentence, and you kind of you know, you have to, it kind of gets you going a little bit. So this is my bullet journal tracking that I've got going on. See you next time. And I'm going to write my what I did here. And then this graph should go up like this or this way. Hopefully. So see you next time. Bye.